Chapter 11. Lead strategically and influence effectively. Clarity in prioritization. Leadership demands a clear alignment of daily actions with strategic objectives. Without clarity, it's easy to get caught up in the urgency of operational tasks and lose sight of long-term goals. Effective prioritization ensures your energy is directed toward initiatives that create meaningful impact and align with the broader vision of your organization. Why prioritization matters. As a leader, your ability to prioritize helps you focus on high-value activities that align with organizational objectives. Avoid burnout by delegating or eliminating low-impact tasks. Strengthen your strategic influence by addressing what matters most to stakeholders. There will be a few exercises coming up. For now, just let it sink in. You can find their details later on oscarcoach.eu/cyberaudio. Exercise. Strategic Prioritization Framework. Time required, 30 minutes. 1. List your current responsibilities. Write down all your current tasks and initiatives. 2. Categorize by impact and urgency. Use a matrix to sort tasks into 4 quadrants: high impact, high urgency, high impact, low urgency, low impact, high urgency, and low impact, low urgency. 3. Focus on high impact tasks. Identify the top 3 tasks from the high impact quadrants and outline actionable steps for each. 4. Delegate or eliminate. Review low impact tasks and decide whether to delegate or remove them entirely from your workload. Key takeaway: prioritization allows you to focus on what truly drives progress, ensuring your efforts create maximum value for your team and organization. Expanding strategic vision. Developing a strategic vision is more than setting goals. It's about seeing the bigger picture and positioning your organization for long-term success. A clear vision enables you to anticipate challenges, identify opportunities, and align your leadership actions with organizational growth. Why strategic vision matters. A well-defined vision inspires and aligns your team around shared objectives, positions cybersecurity as a competitive advantage, provides a roadmap for navigating complexities and achieving growth. Exercise. Strategic vision mapping. Time required, 60 minutes. 1. Define your vision. Write a clear, inspiring statement about where you want your organization to be in 3 to 5 years. Example: position cybersecurity as a business enabler that drives innovation and trust. 2. Identify milestones. Break your vision into tangible milestones. For example, Year 1. Implement organization-wide cybersecurity training. Year 2. Integrate security metrics into business performance reviews. Year 3. Launch a secure innovation framework. 3. Align daily actions. For each milestone, list daily or weekly actions that contribute to its achievement. 4. Review and adjust. Schedule quarterly check-ins to evaluate progress and refine your vision as needed. Key takeaway: expanding your strategic vision ensures your leadership remains forward-thinking, adaptive, and impactful, positioning your organization for sustained success. It's one thing to set a vision. It's another to ensure your daily decisions reflect who you are as a leader. If you want a quick way to check that alignment, are your decisions aligned with who you are, is a resource that can help. No email required. Access it at oscarcoach.eu/AYDA. Fostering a security-first culture. A security-first culture anchors resilience, ensuring everyone prioritizes cybersecurity daily. It takes leadership, clear communication, and consistent reinforcement. Why culture matters. Embedding security into your organizational culture reduces vulnerabilities by making cybersecurity a shared responsibility, enhances collaboration across departments, builds trust with stakeholders and clients, strengthening your organization's reputation. Exercise. Cybersecurity Culture Blueprint Workshop. Time required, 60 minutes. 1. Visualize current culture. Imagine your organization as a castle with defenses, watchtowers, and villagers representing teams. Identify strengths and vulnerabilities. Example: strong policies but low awareness among employees. 2. Define the ideal culture. Reimagine the castle as a secure, thriving kingdom where every team member actively contributes to its defense. 3. Bridge the gap. List 3 actionable steps to transition from the current state to the ideal state. For example, Implement engaging cybersecurity training programs. Reward employees who demonstrate security-first behaviors. Enhance communication channels for reporting threats. 4. Create a visual blueprint. Use a chart or diagram to map out your current state, ideal state, and the steps to bridge the gap. Key takeaway. Fostering a security-first culture requires consistent effort, but the results, a resilient organization and a proactive workforce, are well worth the investment. Conclusion. Strategic vision and organizational culture are the pillars of effective leadership in cybersecurity. By aligning your daily actions with long-term goals, expanding your strategic perspective, and embedding a security-first mindset across your organization, you position yourself and your team for lasting success. Leadership isn't just about managing the present, it's about shaping the future with clarity, purpose, and resilience. Strategic communication. This practical exercise sharpens your ability to transform technical risks into compelling business narratives. The more you tailor your messaging to each stakeholder's perspective, the more effective you become at securing buy-in. Exercise. The Risk Translation Workshop. Step 1. Choose a technical risk. Pick a cybersecurity challenge your organization might face, such as a phishing campaign targeting clients, accidental clicks on malicious links by team members, outdated software increasing the risk of a breach, a distributed denial of service (DDoS) attack disrupting operations. Step 2. Define the business context. For the selected risk, answer these questions. What's the financial impact? Revenue loss. Regulatory fines. How does it affect operations? Downtime, lost productivity. What's the reputational risk? Loss of customer trust. How does it tie into company goals? Strategic alignment, regulatory obligations. Step 3. Tailor your message to different stakeholders. CEO. Focus on strategic impact, competitive positioning, and long-term growth. Example. By addressing this vulnerability now, we maintain trust with key clients and stay ahead of our competitors. CFO. Highlight financial risks and cost-benefit analysis. Example. Investing €50,000 in security upgrades now could save us millions in potential breach costs. Operations team. Emphasize productivity and workflow continuity. Example. This solution reduces downtime risk, ensuring minimal disruption to your daily processes. Step 4. Craft a business-focused risk statement. Merge insights from the previous steps into a concise, compelling statement. Example. An unresolved software vulnerability exposes us to ransomware, potentially costing €2 million in recovery efforts and damaging client trust. A proactive update mitigates this risk and ensures operational continuity. Step 5. Present and refine. Practice delivering your message to a small group, real or hypothetical. Gather feedback, and refine your approach for clarity and impact. Outcome. This exercise strengthens your ability to translate cybersecurity concerns into business value, building credibility and securing alignment across teams. Mini case study. Winning board approval for MFA scenario. A retail company faced resistance from its board when the CISO proposed implementing multi-factor authentication (MFA) across all user accounts. Board members worried about disruptions to employee workflows and customer experience. CISO's approach. Instead of leading with technical arguments, the CISO positioned MFA as a trust and brand protection initiative. They presented case studies showing how similar organizations successfully implemented MFA with minimal disruption, alongside data illustrating the financial impact of breaches without it. A visual timeline helped demystify the process. The result? Unanimous approval and a leadership win. Ethical decision-making exercise. Ethical decision-making in action. Use the framework to evaluate real-world cybersecurity dilemmas. Scenario 1. A minor data breach occurs. Reporting it is optional, but could impact reputation. What do you do? Scenario 2. A vendor fails cybersecurity audits. Keeping them poses risks, but switching them delays a critical project. What's your move? Scenario 3. An audit reveals teams cutting security corners under pressure. How do you address it without stifling morale? Reflection. Write down your responses using the framework. Discuss your approach with a colleague or mentor for additional insights. Apply the framework to a real ethical dilemma in your organization and document your decision-making process. Your Leadership Crisis Playbook exercise. Building your crisis playbook. A crisis playbook is your blueprint for making the right calls under pressure. By preparing in advance, you'll reduce stress, improve response times, and ensure your leadership remains steady when it matters most. How to build your crisis playbook. 1. Identify the scenarios that matter most. Define the high-pressure situations your organization is most likely to face. Examples: a ransomware attack locking down critical systems, a significant data breach exposing customer information, a third-party vendor compromise leaking sensitive data, a sudden regulatory compliance audit. 2. Set clear objectives for each scenario. What does success look like? Define it upfront. Examples: containing the incident within 24 hours, maintaining stakeholder trust through transparent communication, minimizing downtime while ensuring security. 3. Establish a decision-making framework. Create a step-by-step process to guide your decisions in a crisis. Assess the situation. Gather critical data fast. What's the immediate risk? Who or what is affected? How much time do you have to act? Engage key stakeholders. Bring in the right people. Technical teams to analyze the threat. Legal and compliance for regulatory insight. Executives for business alignment. Prioritize actions. Focus on limiting damage while securing long-term solutions. Contain the threat. Notify affected stakeholders. Implement immediate fixes while planning the next steps. Communicate clearly. Keep messages concise and direct. What's happening? What's being done? How will updates be shared? 4. Define escalation paths. Map out a clear chain of command for decision-making escalation. This avoids bottlenecks and ensures critical calls are made by the right people, fast. 5. Simulate and stress test your playbook. Regularly run crisis simulations with your team. Choose a scenario and role-play your response. Identify gaps and refine processes based on lessons learned. 6. Measure success. Establish KPIs to evaluate effectiveness. Examples: time taken to contain an incident, stakeholder confidence in communication, business continuity and minimal operational disruption. Why this matters. Having a well-defined crisis playbook means you won't just react under pressure, you'll lead. By building and testing your framework now, you'll ensure that when the next high-stakes situation arises, you and your team can navigate it with confidence, agility, and resilience. Take the time to do this exercise, and you'll walk away with a tangible, ready-to-use playbook, one that supports clear and concise processes. Effective decision-making when it counts the most.